This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visitors' sideline, Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His counterpart on the Packers' sideline, Matt LaFleur. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Set. 43, 10, flat. Hey, check mega. Ready?
Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Love looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10.
Set. Strike. Check. Strike. Set.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Well, a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And the Packers first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Real green. Red. Cycle. Set.
Off the play fake, Love. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Set. Ready. 30. Blaster. 6. Hut.
Love from the gun. He'll try and do this himself. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Oh, he shifts past him. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL. And he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
Coverage defensively by Micah Parsons.
Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal? In the case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back on the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before because over the course of the game, the good players.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Goff now to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Here's Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. A 3rd down gain of 19.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll find Williams on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Lions.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A shotgun snap for Gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Second and 11. Goff now looks to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A gain of 12. And the Lions first down.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Out of the gun. Goff. Goes to the tight end, Laporta. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
There's not football about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 4. To throw is gone. This to Laporta, right side. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
45. White. 560.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Yellow. 43. Ready.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And able to use his blockers to get this over the 40. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Black Ultra. Down. Black 40.
Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Blue is striking. Here we go. Here we go. Cut, cut.
Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Come on, set. 33. Yellow. Chop. 17.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Now inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, 59 yards. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. St. Brown motioning left. Now gone. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. and they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw. Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 7. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go.
Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now for the point after. And it's 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Go. 52. Full. Ready.
Throwing. Love. And he is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Packers first down. First and 10.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Black, 95, blue striker.
Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Veteran Jared Goff back out with his Lions offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's good. For a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Turtles up. 180. Turtles.
Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's gone. That's taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Goff throwing again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Come on! Like 20!
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 25, here's second down and 2. First carry now for David Montgomery. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Goff now looking to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Sam Laporta from 4 yards out. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Lions, 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. To throw now, here's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Love. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. This is caught, it's Christian Watson. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports
Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the second-year man, Spencer Rattler. He was sensational all afternoon. This, one of 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Saints give Kellen Moore his first win as head coach. They get the job done here. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's Travis Etienne. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Josh Downs. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 43-yard touchdown. The Colts wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Jamison Williams out onto the field as these guys take over on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
20.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Let's go. Black 40. Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Joseph on the stop. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Set. Ready. Hut. 50. Green.
Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Ready, ready. 52 blue. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Down. Yellow, 22. Hey, go steal. Hut.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 25-yard line.
Black, 95. Set.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup at 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6.
Blue, 32. Check field. Ready?
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Well, this can happen when you get man coverage on a tight end. This is a nice route. He's just going to run a corner to the left side and find some open space. That's asking a lot to make a linebacker run with him. And this ball's on the money as they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down. Lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now 2nd and 9.
Set, ready, fight. Ready, set, 10, black. Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Black 40. Field, black.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. This out quickly to Williams. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
27 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Gibbs straight ahead. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This is 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You've got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. 2nd down and 8.
Fight, six, come on, set. Yellow, slide through.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. In the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Pushes him over. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun. Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Gives to Laporta, right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's a second. Love from the gun. A short throw to Musgrave. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
180.
Now gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Able to avoid him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
180.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
20.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Bates' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Now he'll tuck this and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down.
Right.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set.
Working out of the gun. Love. Pass to the tight end, Riley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Red. Cycle. Blaster. Stick. Drill. Green. Ready.
Throwing. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Okay, ready?
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Set. Ready. Steal. Black. 52 blue. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
13 yards on the play.
Come on, set. Black. 95.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they get to him quickly as he stopped right around the 13. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yellow. 22. Set.
Love now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
45, White.
Here's Love. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Oh, good move. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
$180.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's 1st and 10.
Cut. 180.
From the gun, here's Gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's 1st down.
It's a gain of 11.
Value 3. Value 3.
Lions 1st down. A gain of 11.
Now it's Gone. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
15 more yards. That's another Detroit.
Goff now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and every run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, for a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a miss.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
At have to review the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Here comes 2nd down at 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Gone. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 5. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43, 6, mega.
Now Love. Complete once again to Watson. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Green Jack. Set, cut.
Love. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go next. Fury, yellow. Black 40. Smash, red. Ready, ready.
Here's Love. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One